Hello again, guys. Welcome back to the Lion's Den. And as promised, I'm here to give my Ahsoka review of the series so far. Now, I will say this. Actually, I'm going to title this review. The spoiler is going to be in the review, which is this. The review title is called "What's Wrong with Ahsoka?" because the show has a lot of problems with it. I like a lot of it, but it's got a lot of issues. And I'll say this, that unfortunately, this whole show shouldn't be called Ahsoka. This show should be called Star Wars Rebels Season 3, or whatever is the last season that Rebels ended with. And so let's start there. The fact is, Ahsoka is continuing the story of Ahsoka Tano, and the fact is, there's not really much story to tell. I mean, she already, confronted Anakin before in the show. She's done that. I mean, we've seen her in, I believe it was The Mandalorian. But I just think Ahsoka as a character, there really isn't that much left to the character. At least they haven't shown anything. Especially not in this show, which is sad because the show is called Ahsoka, but yet there's not a real story or story arc going on with her character, which is pretty sad. Pretty sad when you have a whole show called with this character's name, and there's really nothing new going on with this character. Obviously, she's being used as a vehicle to tell the story of, like I said, like the Rebels with the characters with Ezra Bridger and the other people in this crew from Rebels. And it's just like I said, it's just a shame, and it doesn't make sense that the show is called Ahsoka when it really has not much to do with Ahsoka. There was a few episodes back. Right now, I believe we're in episode 6. I think comes out tomorrow or this morning. It's already 12:30 a.m. Tuesday, the 26th. And what's going on there is, that we finally meet Ezra, which I think that was a good episode. But the problem again was that the episode before that was with the space whales and Ahsoka fighting Anakin and again, no point. There was this cheesy line that Anakin said, "You have to fight me so you can live." But then Ahsoka chooses not to fight. So then what was the whole purpose of that dream sequence, that world within worlds? The fact is that Star Wars is reaching. They just want a chance, an excuse to bring back Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. And I get it. It's cool. A coworker of mine was saying, "Oh, I really liked, the whole Darth Vader thing." And excuse me. Shout out Flanagan's. Hook me up as a sponsor here in South Florida. But like I was saying, I think that it's again unnecessary. And my son's gonna come in the shower right now. He's right over here. Just keep the. All right, Tristan. But like I was saying, that whole episode was just a lot of nonsense, a lot of superfluous extra scenes where Anakin was was introduced to the show, to the series, and again, it's Star Wars, it's Disney slash well, not Lucasfilm, but it's mainly Disney saying, "Hey, this is the golden goose that we bought, and one of the golden eggs that this golden goose gave is Darth Vader, and we're gonna use Darth Vader as much as we can, even to hell with story, to hell with canon, to hell with where the stories left off. We're gonna come up with clever ways, even though they think they're clever. These writers, these Star Wars writers." Clever ways to introduce Darth Vader back into these shows, and so I'm kind of going a little bit everywhere, but I will say that my when they had that episode with the space whales and with Ahsoka fighting Anakin, I hated that episode, and then the next episode was last week, is where we find Ezra, and we meet Thrawn, and Thrawn was pretty cool. I think it was a good actor. I think it was a good portrayal of Thrawn, and finally the story was advancing. The problem with this show again is that some episodes I like, and then some episodes I don't like, and then where I want to just completely hate it, and then it comes with the next episode and it somewhat redeems the show, so I can't completely hate it. It's kind of like this. I remember an old relationship that I had where it sucked, but then it got good when we made back up, but then it sucked again because we broke up, but then we would reconnect, and then we start over again. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like where it's like you want it to fail, but then there's some certain things that are still good about it that you don't mind sticking around. And that's what the show is, sadly. I'm gonna do a whole other video of the problem. It's gonna be called The Problem with Star Wars in general. But spoiler alert: Kathleen Kennedy, Disney, Filoni, Favreau, the guys who destroyed the old legacy, which was Ryan Johnson and the other culprit, what's his name? The guy who did J.J. Abrams. That's basically that's the problem with Star Wars, is everyone that's involved. Sadly, it's tough to be a real fan of Star Wars nowadays. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make another video of that. But right now we're focusing on Ahsoka, and I could just continue to tell you how much this show sucks, but yet there's these redeeming qualities that it gives, because there are, and I will say there are, I think that this character, I believe his name is I'm gonna remember right now, but one of the we still don't know who he is. Is he a gray Jedi? It's one of the protagonists from he was from the Jedi Order. They obviously want to do something with him, where I actually think where the story's going to go is that he's going to ultimately end up helping Ahsoka and redeem himself. And his apprentice, she's cool and everything, but obviously if you're watching the show, you know what I'm talking about. His apprentice is the girl with the, I kind of feel bad. It's kind of mean. I think she's got a cool look, but they call her the poodle dog, the puppy dog, poodle haircut style that she has, and she's always looking in the camera like, like she's freaked out about something. She's still, I think, a cool character, but I think her fights with Sabine, I don't remember her name yet. I'm not remembering right now, but when her fights with Sabine are pretty cool, and but again, like I'll just say it one more time, is that the show suffers from yeah, being inconsistent with the quality of the episodes. Some episodes you're good, and then the next episode is a bomb. And then it's like, I don't want to come back. But then when I watch it, I'm like, oh, wow, it's actually good again. So then I watch the next episode, and then it comes down back the quality level. And that's a real crappy inconsistency, you know? And I think that especially the latest Star Wars projects, it's not like your regular, let's say, like a TV series, like, for example, like a Justified or a Breaking Bad or Suits, you know, just these different shows that, they were episodic. But I feel like, and I think everyone knows this, but these movies now, or these series, they're like, just like, there's like these big movies that are cut up to pieces. It's like maybe a 6-hour movie that they cut up the pieces / AKA episodes, and then they slapped it on the streaming service. And I understand that's that they thought, I think, in the boardroom, in the Disney / Lucasfilm boardroom, they thought that was going to be really cool. And I think that it worked for a few projects, but not a lot. I thought that Kenobi was just heartbreaking. It was so bad. So bad. Ugh. So bad. I can make another video of that one. But just coming to a close, I just want to say what I think about Ahsoka, and I think that it's a shame. It's not the show that I thought it was going to be. Ahsoka is in it very little. It's like when they did Mandalorian. When they did Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, they had a whole episode where Boba Fett pretty much wasn't even in the whole episode. They had a similar episode last week where Ahsoka was in the whole show for like a minute. Not too cool when you have a show with the main character is not even in the show. I mean, you don't want to copy the Book of Boba Fett. We all know what happened with that disaster. So in closing, I just want to say that so far the series of Ahsoka, Tristan. So far the series of Ahsoka is not that good. However, I'm gonna watch it because I've come this far and I just see the resolution, but I really can't recommend it. I mean, if you're a fan of Rebels and if you're a fan of the Clone Wars, watch the series or continue. Or, and if you're watching it, finish it out. But I'm watching it obviously to review it, but ultimately I think that this is not a hit for Lucasfilm. This is not a hit for Disney. And again, they have a few cool things, a few cool concepts, but it's muddled with a lot of just blase script writing and stories that are just not that interesting. So I hate to be negative. I love trying to give positive reviews, especially to things that I really like and even don't like. But I just can't really recommend this show. And I don't think I'm going to give any more reviews. Tristan? I don't think I'm going to give any more reviews of this show. I don't think it's necessary, because once it ends, I don't think it's gonna really mean anything. But this is my review of Ahsoka. Viewers beware. If you're a true fan of, again, like I said, of the shows of the Clone Wars, of the Rebels, of those animated TV shows, you're gonna want to check this out. You're gonna want to check this out. But But if you're not, if you're not a fan, if you don't know who Ahsoka is, and if you don't know what Rebels is, then I don't even know why you would watch Ahsoka, because you would just completely be lost. I mean, that's a really big problem. I mean, that's another problem. Like, how do people come to this show? You know, but this is right now the Star Wars Filoni verse that we have, and this is what Star Wars is right now. Sad state of affairs. It's not a hit. Not a hit how Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this content, please feel free to hit a like, follow, and if you didn't like it but you watched to the end, I appreciate for you viewing. I'll see you guys next time, where I review some more shows. But I will say that up and coming, I am going to be reviewing the Extraction series on Netflix. I love it. I think it's the best thing that Netflix has to offer. But I'll get into deep detail of those movies in another video. I'll see you guys soon. Later.